Spring is in the air, which means finals footy has arrived. I'm Paul Grzadka, joined by Anthony Seibold for the game plan, and today we are going to do a deep dive on the Saturday matches. Let's start with the Storm and the Raiders. It will be a battle of the coaches with long-time friends Craig Bellamy and Ricky Stuart facing off, and the loser will go home. Seibs, let's start with the Storm. They get back a key figure in Jahrome Hughes this week, part of their new Big Three. When he, Cameron Munster and Harry Grant have all been on the field together, they've won 8 out of 11. When one or more are missing, it is just 4 out of 10. How do these three combine to be so dangerous to opposing defences?
Well, they are the big three with Ryan Papenhuyzen missing. So one of the things I see with the Melbourne Storm when these three play together is they're all in a position to get the ball. So if I identify where Cameron Munster is, there's Jahrome Hughes and obviously Harry Grant at dummy half. Now, what Harry Grant's looking for is a man down. So as soon as he sees a man down, that's his cue to jump. So he wants to jump from dummy half either side. And what he wants to see from Cameron Munster, Jahrome Hughes, Kenny Bromwich in this particular picture is them pushing up in support, essentially what coaches will call flat and fast. So have a look at this. As soon as Harry Grant identifies that there's one marker, he jumps. And you can see that it's almost like a bird type nose there of the Melbourne Storm guys pushing flat and fast and pushing in support not only with Harry Grant but also Cameron Munster as he makes the break. So Jahrome Hughes comes through. You'll see Harry Grant on the inside, so great job there by Harry Grant. Jahrome Hughes doesn't need anybody else and goes through and scores a try, but that's the cues they're looking for. So again, against the Broncos, they identify that there's only one marker, and this time the marker in Kobe Hetherington in the number 15 actually turns sideways. So you'll see there's Tom Flegler there who doesn't get the second marker, and that's the cue again for Harry Grant to jump. So you'll see again, this group of Storm attacking players are flat and they're ready to play or ready to support Harry Grant as soon as he jumps from the dummy half position. So again, if you have a look, there's Jahrome Hughes. Now, we've got Nick Meaney playing in the number 1 here. Nick Meaney's playing as a 6 at the moment, although he's wearing the number 1. That could be Cameron Munster this weekend. So as soon as they see Harry Grant jump from dummy half, they're thinking flat and fast, they push support and they play this particular play so well. Think back to when Cameron Smith was jumping out, Cooper Cronk and Billy Slater. So really similar type shapes, but it's off the back of Harry Grant identifying when there's only one marker. Now, their opposition this week is the Canberra Raiders. So had a look at what shapes they used against the Raiders, which they played at Amy Park and the Raiders prevailed on that occasion, but what shapes they threw at the Raiders. So one of the things we saw were Jahrome Hughes and Cameron Munster playing on the same side. So there you'll see Jahrome Hughes as the first receiver. There's Cameron Munster wearing number 6 on his back on the left-hand side. Munster digs all the way into the line, but the shape that I like out here is Kenny Bromwich and Olam. They're ganging up together. Now, often it's the number 12 and Kenny Bromwich running lead lines. This time it's actually Justin Olam who's running a hard lead line. Now, if you don't hold your defensive line on Justin Olam, they'll hit him short, he goes through. So really good shape there by the Melbourne Storm. Munster digs into the line and Kenny Bromwich goes over or almost over there to score the try, passes the ball to the left-hand side corner and Nick Meaney finishes the job. So really good shape there from the Melbourne Storm. But the thing that I like about those three in Munster, Harry Grant and Jahrome Hughes is that as soon as they see an opportunity to run from dummy half, they're pushing in support all together and they do it really effectively.
On to the Raiders, and for much of the year, they were going at just an under 50% win rate. The coach, Ricky Stuart, an excellent halfback in his playing days, has been looking for a number 7 ever since he took over the reins at Canberra, and it seems like he might have finally found one in Jamal Fogarty. Since his arrival to the club, the Raiders have won 8 of 12, including 6 of their last 7, and his partnership with Jack Whiten is really gelling at the moment.
Yeah, it is, and he's very much a unsung hero for the Canberra Raiders. When people talk about buys of the year, I haven't heard Jamal Fogarty's name be mentioned, but 8 out of 12 games, that's saying something about the number 7 for the Raiders. One of the things that we've seen from the Canberra Raiders is the strength they've got on their left-hand side. So I want to show you some shapes. So you'll see Jamal Fogarty there as the first receiver. You've got Jack Whiten organising the left-hand side, and then you've got these two players here. That's Hudson Young and also Sebastian Kris. So they're actually on that left-hand side. So as it plays through, you'll see Fogarty go to Jack Whiten. And the thing that I like about this shape here, it's not the traditional block shape. There's flat shape. So what it does, it interests these defenders here. They've all got to try and protect their inside shoulder. Really good ball playing ability from Jack Whiten, who had a fantastic game against Manly a couple of weeks ago. Puts Jordan Rapinoe into the corner. So again, this time they go to their left-hand side. So we see Jamal Fogarty first receiver again. You see Jack White in a second receiver. This time a little bit of a different shape out here. You've got Tarpenny along with Hudson Young and Sebastian Chris again. This time they go into a little bit of a block shape. So you'll see there Hudson Young leading really hard for these two attackers out here, and Tarpenny and Chris. Again, Jack White, really good ball playing ability, puts an out ball to Sebastian Chris, who gets on the outside of Dane Gagai for the Newcastle Knights. He goes through or pushes through the tackle and scores the try. So both shapes to their left-hand side. I've seen that as a real strength in that run of 12 games for the Canberra Raiders. Last but not least, Jamal Fogarty. What he brings is a really considered kicking game. So he's got a great tactical kicking game, particularly close to the line. This time, right foot kick all the way across. So he gives these players opportunity. So we know Jack White can jump, being a former fullback, but also Sebastian Chris can get into the air as well to give themselves an opportunity. So again, really good work there. Hudson Young picking up the crumbs on the floor, and they score another 4 pointers. So their left-hand side for the Canberra Raiders is a real strength, but it's Jamal Fogarty's combination with Jack White, and that has helped them to 8 wins out of their last 12 games.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Siebes. It is all on the line this Saturday. Two friends who will be foes in Bellamy and Stuart. If you want to head to this game or any this weekend, tickets are selling fast. You can go to nrl.com/tickets. And if you can't get to the games, you can still watch it on Channel 9, Foxtel, Sky New Zealand or Kayo.